Summers is with us as we're kicking off Manufacturing Month, as that began just at the beginning of October, just a couple of days back. We're going to be spotlighting things all this month with Peak Performance and the Smart Factory Institute as we welcome in Josh Summers. Josh, tell us a bit about yourself and how you become part of this.
Yeah, sure. Hey, thanks for having me today, Dwayne. And also, big thanks to Mix 104 for supporting us.
No problem.
Even though you guys didn't pull my duck out of the river, I still love you. Still got love for you.
Well, we appreciate that. No, well, I'm glad to know there's no grudges.
No grudges at all. And like I was saying when I came in here, the fact that there was somebody who was supporting the Dodgers made me feel
that was Mark
good.
Smith from Smith Family McDonald's is who you heard talking about Dodger baseball. But yeah, baseball playoffs, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm stoked. I, as a Dodger fan, I am ready to get hurt again. You know.
Hey, as Braves fans, we've been hurt for 20 years except for one, right?
Yeah, totally. But anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm the Director of Business Development for Training and Consulting at Peak Performance, Inc. We're the operators of the Smart Factory. We're located over at the PI Innovation Center. And manufacturing is kind of our wheelhouse, right? So our company was born out of manufacturing. Our CEO, Denise, she was a plant manager here locally, and she saw a need to improve the training that is provided to small, medium, and large manufacturers. And so that's what we do. And this month we're hosting our 9th annual Peak Symposium, where we're going to be talking about trade, talent, and technology and how those affect manufacturing workers going forward.
Again, Josh Summers is here with us. Manufacturers Month is what we're talking about. And Josh, the thing that we're seeing, we're kind of seeing an influx of manufacturing, not only here in Cleveland, but down in the Chattanooga area, especially the Ooltewah area. Saw big booms going over there the past decade. Why do you think that when, maybe Tennessee as a whole, when companies are looking, that they kind of land in this area? What is it because of the workforce that seems to be getting better prepared than it is in other places? What do you contribute that to?
Yeah, so I think that there's a couple of things that attract manufacturers to this area. Number one, I think logistically, it's a good location, so right in the I-75 corridor, so there's easy access. I think that the state of Tennessee does a fantastic job of making this a business-friendly state. I moved here from California, which isn't exactly a business-friendly state. I mean, okay, I'll probably get some hate mail for saying that, but really, truly, the economic development that is happening in the state makes it attractive for manufacturers to set up shop here. And in terms of the workforce, having places like the PI Innovation Center, where we're training young students on STEM and the focus that STEM education has in this area, signals to those manufacturers that the community's invested in making a workforce that's ready and available to take those jobs if they move it.
Tell me, from the outside, we kind of sit here, and when I say we, all of us as citizens of Cleveland and Bradley County, we think that the PI Center is great. Hey, the PI Center is great. It's just so super. But from someone high above the clouds, you said you were from California, that comes here and you see something like that in a community the size of ours. We're not Nashville. We're not Knoxville. We're not Memphis. We're not even Chattanooga.
Right.
What does that say for manufacturers? I know you kind of spoke on that a second ago, but we don't realize what we have, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Am I correct in putting that out there?
I think you realize what you have, but I think that what's interesting as an outsider coming in, I was in the Marine Corps for over a decade, and then I moved around with an oil company for about 10 years, and I've lived in a lot of places, and I've never seen anything quite like what you guys have here with the PI Center. The investment in the education, the quality of education that they're getting. I have 4 kids, and they're all in the Bradley County schools.
Wow!
And it's phenomenal seeing how they're thriving here, and that's because of the leadership and the students, the curriculum. Everything is top notch. I would put it against any place that I've ever lived.
Wow, that's pretty strong there. Josh Summers joins us once again. Peak Performance Smart Factory Institute. The thing that I would say is that the thing that as a parent that has younger people is that, you can say to your young people, you don't have to move out of this area,
Right.
and that's kind of a cool thing for a parent to say. Like you said, you got 4.
Right.
So you're not thinking, well, you know what, son, you're going to have to hit the road after you get out of college or do this or whatever you decide to do, because there's just not much opportunity around here.
Yeah.
But with what's going on, that entices not only people to come, but it also makes people want to stay in this area after they graduate from a 2-year degree or a 4-year degree or a continuing education or TCAT or whatever.
Absolutely, and I think that's something that maybe kids probably don't realize how important that is now, but
Right.
at some point in their life, and they look at what does this region have to offer, and it's a lot compared to a lot of other places. And the fact that you can go to school, you can get a solid education, even if you don't go to college, what you're getting out of the Pi Center, you can go right into a job. I know Wright Brothers is hiring people right out of their apprenticeship program, and it's fantastic to see that.
And great wages, too.
Yeah, absolutely. They can graduate, they can get a job, and they can stay in their community. They can continue to go to the places that they go to and hang out with their friends and family without having to move across the country just to get a decent wage.
That's it. What do we want to get out of this interview today? I know that we're kind of throwing the blanket out, the net, if you would. And
Right.
It's a broad spectrum, but we want to do that. But there's also key things that we want to touch on with the interview here today. So as we get into that part of our interview, what is the most important things? I'm giving you leadway there to make it more than one, of course. What do you want us to know about this week, this month? What's happening?
Yeah, so this month is all about celebrating the success of manufacturing, particularly in the United States. And in this region specifically, it's a major success. We have a lot of manufacturers in this area. Everything, when I moved here, I told my friends in California, I was like, look at anything that you've ever ordered on the internet. If it's made in the USA, it's probably coming from this area, which is fantastic. One of the things that I did want to highlight is that even though that we've put ourselves in a good position in East Tennessee and the United States for manufacturing, we're not spiking the football on the 1-yard line. We're looking forward, which is exactly why we're having this Peak Symposium at the end of the month. As Industry 4.0, which is a technical term for technology changing and being implemented, manufacturing is looking a little different now because you've got collaborative robots, you've got integration, you've got all kinds of technology being added. The worker and the workforce that is required to support that infrastructure is going to have to change over the next few years. It's a smart worker. We've kind of coined the term of the new collar worker, which is a play off of the blue collar worker.
Right.
And really what we're going to be doing at the symposium is talking about how technology and trade and talent are going to be impacting that manufacturing employee of the future. And so we've got a lot of great speakers. We've got people from Eaton, from Denso. We've got SK Foods, who's building a new plant down here. Chattanooga 2.0, Komatsu, Valmont, and actually we do have a couple of, going back to your question about the workforce, we also have the University of Tennessee's University of Tennessee Chattanooga Industrial Organizational Psychology Department head, Dr. Chris Cunningham, who's
Should they be a longer name is what I'm wondering.
I know. It took me a minute. I had to really get back into
You had to reel it in, yeah.
I was like, wait, can we talk about the Dodgers again? But the UTC's IOP, there's a shortened version of it.
There we go.
Their department head, Dr. Chris Cunningham, has been doing a lot of studies on Industry 4.0 and its impacts on the workers. And he's going to be out here talking about the work that he's done and the studies that he's done. And really what that's to do is to highlight the future of the industrial employee and what education is required, what tools are required, and also, when manufacturers are looking for people to join the workforce, there are some non-traditional folks that aren't currently in manufacturing that could be if we just change a few things.
Gotcha.
And one of those examples are justice-involved folks, so people that for whatever reason, life took a turn and now they're looking for work. If we've got Wendy Harris from the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, and then Valmont and Komatsu, who have a fantastic second chance hiring program at their facilities. They're going to be talking about what that looks like to implement for them, and so it'll be a really good discussion.
All right, so lots of things going on. So the symposium coming up at the end of the month.
End of the month, yep.
Is registration, I'm sure, is probably required.
Yep, you can register at peakperformanceinc.com. That's INC. .com. It's actually, it goes from 7:30 till 2, but there's really 3 things going on. The Tennessee Manufacturers Association is having their roadshow, and that's from 7:30 to 9. Then the symposium that I discussed is from 9 to 12, and then we're going to go over to our friends across the street and do a plant tour of Duracell, which will be very exciting.
Man, what fantastic! They've been doing a lot of stuff over there.
They have.
Just a great neighbor for us. I mean, you know, if there's ever a major power outage, we're just going to run a cable over there and say, hook some batteries up, let's keep running this thing, just like they will probably do. But no, there is such a great opportunities for people to get involved. So this symposium seems like it's really going to be a collaborative effort for lots of different people to be involved in this.
100%.
Well, Josh, it was great to meet you, great to have you on, and we look forward to this. Again, give me the details where people register for the symposium.
Okay, it's at peakperformanceinc.com, and it'll be right there on the main page. You'll see the symposium, click event details, and you can purchase your tickets there.
All right, sounds good. So guys, get busy, and let's make this a success. And it seems to be a very successful part of what you guys do, because you said 12th annual, or?
It's the 9th annual.
9th annual, trying to add a few years there. But the 9th annual, so that means it's successful, or it wouldn't continue to be something that's required. World Series predictions as we go there. Josh, you're a big baseball fan, so I'm just going to let you tell me predictions for the World Series for you. This is taped, so a month from now we can come back and we'll see how you did.
I would love
not with your heart now.
Not with my heart. Okay.
But whatever you want.
Whatever I want. I want to see a Dodger Astro redo without the trash cans.
I got you. Without the trash cans. and that will be your World Series.
That will be my. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably. I think it's going to be the Braves, and I think they're going to smoke everybody that they play. But in my heart,
I would like to say I hope you're right. So,
in my heart of hearts, though,
Dodgers,
Dodgers,
Astros.
That's right.
All right. So if you are watching this today, we can archive it, and then we'll see if it is. If it is Dodgers, Astros, how many games and when does it end?
It would be, I think the Dodgers in 4 games.
Dodgers sweep them.
That's right.
All right, so if it goes Dodgers, Astros, you're saying the Dodgers would sweep the Astros.
Totally.
Boom, it's over.
Dave Roberts said it last year. He's like, dude, we're going to win the World Series. And it didn't happen, so his promise is going to come a year later. All right,
so there you go. We got you on tape saying that. Josh, so great to have you in.
Yeah.
We look forward to having you maybe back in before the symposium.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We're going to get to the top of the hour for you right now. We've got our news block coming up here for you in just a couple of minutes. So stay put with us. We are Mix 104.1 WCLE.